In this scenario, a police force is using Wynyard mobile device analytics to analyze data from mobile device acquisitions and quickly join the dots to build intelligence on criminal association and organized criminal networks. Let's take a look at mobile device acquisitions from 4 shoplifters arrested on different days and dealt with by different officers. Each of the shoplifters provided no comment in interview and refused an intelligence debrief. The common links query allows us to quickly identify any common denominators between the 4 shoplifters. As it transpires, there's a telephone number which is common to all 4 shoplifters, meaning the number was stored on their phone or SIM as a contact, or the number has been dialed. The Common Links Plus query drills down to a more granular level, showing the handsets of the shoplifters and contacts which were stored on those devices. Notably, the contact names are different for each acquisition, but they appear to refer to the same person. Let's take a look at the SMS messages exchanged between one of the shoplifters and the newly identified common number. A powerful feature of the mobile device analytics solution is text mining and entity extraction from unstructured data. In this case, the body of the SMS messages represented here. Let's take a closer look at one of those messages. In this message, we see that the word railers has been extracted as a potential drug reference, and Ella has been extracted as a person entity. Extracted entities behave just like the other elements of the graph, so we can incorporate them into our network analysis. Let's take the railers entity onto the graph. An interesting line of inquiry might be to examine all the content referring to railers in communications linked to the newly identified number of interest. We can see that the term railers appears in a number of messages between 3 of the shoplifters and the previously identified number of interest. This message makes reference to the term railers as referencing 2 of the shoplifters by name. This further corroborates the intelligence on criminal association within the group. The following week, 4 new mobile device acquisitions are loaded into the system. These represent devices seized from a group of city traders who have been arrested in possession of personal use cocaine. The Common Links query identifies several contacts, as well as a WhatsApp user, which are common to the 4 traders. Drilling down a layer further, we see that the previous number of interest is also linked to one of the traders. By bringing the WhatsApp ID and the associated number across to a new graph, we can interrogate the associated communications between the number of interest and one of the traders. Here we see SMS messages represented on the left and WhatsApp messages represented on the right. Officers in another team, acting on separately received intelligence, execute a drugs warrant on a lockup in Hackney. Along with a large amount of cocaine, officers seize a mobile device. After the new acquisition has been ingested, we can quickly determine whether the new data has been matched to previously identified numbers of interest, represented here as hotlist numbers. Here we see 2 matches to hotlist numbers, one of which is the previous number of interest. Let's take a look at the call data records which are linked to this hotlist number. Using the timeline feature, we can filter on call data records which occurred within a particular time frame. Now that we've filtered by a time frame of interest, we can push the results to a map for geospatial analysis. Here we see the call data records represented as pins on the map. It appears that whoever was calling our suspect was located in the vicinity of the Hackney lockup. Finally, we can run a query to see whether these call events are linked to a known person of interest. As we see from the notes field, Iggy Kiros is a suspect in a Class A drugs trafficking investigation. We now have new intelligence linking the street-level cocaine dealer with the Hackney lockup, and we can link both back to Iggy Kiros, a person of interest in an ongoing investigation. This demonstration showed how mobile device analytics can be used to quickly find common associations between groups of suspects. The entity extraction capabilities uncover further associations by mining unstructured data such as SMS messages. App data such as WhatsApp messages can also be leveraged to give a holistic view of a suspect's communications. Call data records from telecommunications providers can be aggregated in the system to exploit the richness of these data and enable matches of interest to be found across disparate investigations, making full use of the data held on suspects' communications.